My firstborn is crazy. Like, there's a time I thought she needs to go for adoption.
What?
Well,
You were really?
I saw my friends. I'm losing it. Like, this girl is driving me crazy.
Hello and welcome to Cradle Love with Gracie Kirapa. Today we are excited because we are celebrating an important day of the year or in the year, and this is the World's Widows Day. It's actually happening on the 23rd of June. It's already happened, but we had this interview exclusively for that day. And I'm here with two incredible women who've been in it. They've gone through it. They're actually healing from it. They have to, go through it and take their kids through it, and they're here to tell us about it. So please help me welcome Teteiyan and Joy. Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
So I'm going to have to be doing this note.
Yeah.
Karibuni sana. I know this is a very special month. I know it's just a day. It's basically a month. But for you guys, it's, I think, all throughout the year, since it all happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you're a mom of two twins. And you, surprisingly, all of you are girls.
Interesting.
Girl mom. Two girls as well. What are the ages?
14 and 9.
14 and 9. And how old are you?
12.
We.
Yeah. Pretty. Pretty.
Can you imagine?
With an opinion.
How are you surviving?
Just looking at them and saying, I'm going to get back to you on that.
I was there. Were you a troublesome child when you were growing up? Especially that age.
At that age, I keep calling my mom. I'm like, was I this much of trouble? Because she has an opinion. Yeah. And she tells you, but mommy, you're overreacting. Oh yeah. So with the CPC, the new system,
yeah,
they have a class that they call life skills. So they're being taught self-awareness and managing emotions. So there's a time I was told, mommy, it's just a cup. You're overreacting.
They broke a cup.
No, they hadn't cleaned it. And
so
you're losing it.
So you're overreacting over
Mommy,
a cup.
it's just a cup.
What would your old self do?
Then wait to be told.
We forgot,
but then you realize a child is calling you out on something, then that means I also need to check my own self-awareness and manage my own emotions.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'm realizing with all of us as human beings, emotional intelligence is lacking and it can be developed, but you have to put in the work. So I've been putting in the work, and that's why I didn't overreact. My old self would be like,
Kofi, I'm a kiatu.
how dare you talk to me like that? But now I'm like, I hear you. I see what you mean. I'm sorry I've overreacted.
I'm just seeing my mother in my head. What should I have done?
Yeah, our parents, yeah. We not speak to them like that. Yeah.
People that over what? Kikofi.
Yes.
But do you think that's a better way of dealing with this thing now?
I think we're having to heal and deal with our childhood traumas because of the way some of us were raised.
Yeah.
When I went for parenting classes, one of the things we were told was, if there are no boundaries, you have no reason to hit that child because they won't understand why you're hitting them.
That's actually true.
For her,
yeah,
I didn't know this was wrong. I didn't know that I should not place it at the edge. But we would place it at the edge. You're told, if you don't do, hit.
Yeah.
So now you grow up with that in your mind. If you don't heal from that, guess what you're doing? Projecting it throughout all your spheres of life.
So we should manage our expectations one at it.
Yeah. So when my girls were small, I created boundaries and I said this was the way people baby proof houses.
Yeah.
I didn't baby proof.
You're kidding. You let them keep themselves.
No. You tell them this is a no. This is a no. The TV is a no.
Yeah.
And then when she goes near it, you flip. She goes near it again, you flip. If she goes near it again, now you discipline.
Yeah.
with like 3 or 4 chapas
Yeah.
without a diaper.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was painful.
It's a choco.
So the next time,
Yeah.
the child, you say that's a no. They remember, they're like, hey, I was beaten the last time. They'll walk away
It's like
very fast.
conditioning. Yeah.
But if you don't create the boundaries, you will hit the child, and the child will wonder, why am I being beaten? And then also addressing it there and then.
Yeah.
So because I'm not home a lot, I had to teach my nanny how to also discipline the right way.
Yeah.
So don't wait for me to get home at 6. Then you tell me something she did at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
She'll not remember.
Yeah.
So as and when it occurs, discipline.
Okay.
But I needed to have another level of trust with her.
I can imagine.
You shall not say.
Not choco.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but she had a good heart. She was a mom as well. She understood what I was trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, gentle parenting is not what?
Yeah, and it has a lot of patience.
Yeah.
And a lot of, now I'm doing a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Because we are past the chapter.
Yeah.
So now it's a lot of talking and looking at other things of, let me tell you, if you do not eat my presence right now, the next thing that comes out of my mouth.
You will not like
You will not like it.
So sometimes you just tell them, not now.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Let's deal with this later. Because I'm already so upset and I might just say mean words. So that's
So you need to calm down.
yeah.
I like that. For you,
No, I wasn't a child. I was actually an outer cow. Yeah.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
I was an outer girl. So I was very quiet, very calm. Yeah. And then I was in a convent school. So I think I was very chill. But my firstborn is crazy. Like, there's a time I thought she needs to go for adoption.
what?
Well,
You were ready?
I used to tell my friends, I'm losing it. Like, this girl is driving me crazy. So my second one is, what do you call it? I feel like she wants me, she's clingy. That's the word. Like, she wants attention. Something small, she'll cry. So I don't know if, I don't understand this space we're in.
Yeah.
But I just say I'll try my best and be there for her. But both of them are so different. So that it's new, it's different from what I think I was. So I don't know. I take it at that time.
Dealing with preteens.
Yeah. I have a teenager and a preteen. Yeah. So is it a preteen or a pre-preteen?
No, pre-preteen.
Pre-preteen.
Pre.
Yeah, because she's 9.
She's 9.
Okay, she's just turned 9.
Okay.
So she's really not moody as such, but she's also, moody also.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Like, I feel our mothers should have told us, the moods happen. This is what you expect. This is what you do. You snap. They snap also, because they're also women. Yep. They also get molds. You know, there are days where you feel,
I had found what why
and you don't talk to me, like, don't.
see.
So I think I've learned that with my older daughter.
Yeah.
But this young one, I'm learning.
Okay. I kind of feel like they influence each other.
Yeah.
And especially for the tweets, I would imagine. But anyway, let me go back to where we should have started. But I feel like this is so necessary. I watched a movie the other day, and there was a teenager who was giving her mother hell.
Yeah.
And I just started repenting for myself. I'm like, if I was anything like this once,
Yeah.
my father, I'm sorry. And I'm like, God, please don't let it repeat itself, because I am raising a girl. And I can imagine if this is the drama, I don't know. Anyway, as we celebrate or commemorate the One Widow's Day, I know for you guys, this day is quite special here. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been for you, Jory, since it happened.
12 years?
As old as the babies are, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, you were pregnant.
I know.
For you, it was?
7.
It's been 7 here.
7 in January.
Okay, yeah. Can we start with her, or who wants to start?
Let's start with her.
Okay. What you Teteiyan? It's 7 years. Your youngest baby was how old?
And 1 year. Okay,
Okay, the older one was 8. Who's now the teenager?
Yeah.
Okay. So how did it happen? What preceded the death?
The there, yeah. First of all, we had just been married like 3 years before. Actually, 2 years before.
for officially?
Yes, church wedding, everything. Okay. And then she used to work a lot. She's a workaholic. So I remember it was about April of 2015.
He is just started complaining, he's tired, he's fatigued all the time.
And I kept telling him we've actually never gone for a honeymoon. So maybe it's time we need to go. And by then the child was like about, she's almost a year then.
because she turned again in June.
So he just kept saying, I don't know, we're not really getting why the fatigue and stuff. Then suddenly he started losing weight, drastic, like 20 kgs gone in like a month.
Then he's not working out, he's not doing
Nothing. So we go to hospital, of course they tell us the stomach, they keep saying H. pylori, what else they say? Ulcers, what? So they took, we were given medicine for H. pylori. It didn't work. They started saying maybe he has a stomach infection. So basically everything that could go wrong in the stomach, we tried. And by then he's losing weight, like you don't have to look at him to know there's something wrong.
Yeah.
So someone told us there's a gastroenterologist, there's a stomach specialist, and maybe we should go out and check it out. So we went, I think, to see at the car or something, I can't remember. No, actually it was on Goldie Road. The master was on Goldie Road. So we went, and by then he was in a lot of pain.
Okay.
So I remember we went to see that gastroenterologist. He explained, and then he just told us, here is some medicine, come back after a week if it doesn't work.
Did he do any test?
Nothing. And I thought, dear God, this one has been suffering for months. And as we've come, he just told us, take this medicine, come back after a week. Of course, he came back after a week because the medicine did work. And by then, now he was in invisible pain, like night especially. So now that doctor told us we need to go for a checkup for the stomach, the organs in the stomach. So we did a colonoscopy and an we did an endoscopy. And so when they did the endoscopy, they started with the kidneys. They didn't see anything, so they went to the liver. And with the liver, they saw a mass. So now on that mass, the same doctor said he can't really tell what the mass is, so we need another test. But by then I wasn't feeling the doctor, and I tried possible blue, not your friend.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the years, and I was just losing it because he wasn't an alcoholic, but he has some loss on his liver. And everything Google was telling me is liver cancer. And they see with the stomach organs, if you're in pain, it's at the end stages. So I was just, I'm flipping and I'm thinking, okay, so eventually we did the test with someone else. And I remember he went to work because he's sick and he's still going to work. So I told him, go to work, I'll go get your results. So I went and the doctor called me in and asked, who are you to him? And I said, I'm the wife. And he's like, so he's an alcoholic. I said, no. Does he smoke a lot? No. And he's like, are you sure? I say, yes, I am sure. I am the wife.
Yeah, I know.
Like, he has liver cancer. And it's at stage 3. So the doctor said it's liver cancer, and it's at stage 3, and with organs, stomach, and over split. And I didn't even know how to be told because I can see him. Like by that time, we're thinking in October and September thereabout, and she was just until I even used to wonder, already did something else, not the cancer. But anyway, so we did a test again. First, before they actually confirmed, I remember they did a biopsy. The first one they did is by then we don't have facilities. At that time, we didn't have facilities here in Kenya. So they had to take a sample to South Africa, wait for 21 working days for the results. And then when the results came back, the results were, they were not from the organ. They're not from the liver.
So the biopsy was taken home.
And so we had to repeat it. And wait for another 21 days. And you're looking at the person who's waiting and you're thinking, we don't have 21. So we were lucky enough, he has an uncle senior in government. So we were able to fly him out to India. We went to India and he went to the brother. because my child was very young.
You couldn't go.
I couldn't go. So they said, I said it's okay, let me go with the brother. Because I was also dealing with a lot here. I'm feeling like we're newlyweds, what is all this? And so they went, but the brother used to refuse to let him speak on the phone. And like we could not do anything to her. So I kept asking, I know why you feel like, oh, my friend is just weak, he's just weak. I'm like, even send a photo, we can't send photos. And I remember I used to tell my friends, I just I'm the one to win. Because they're not saying anything.
You feel like you're in the dark.
Yeah, and I let him go so that he could at least be briefing me, but now they're not telling me anything. And then, so an uncle here called me to his office, he's a bishop, come to his office and told me to take me to center. And I'm like, just don't tell me that we should have let me go. I was like, no, just sit down and be calm. So I sat down and he told me, I'm sorry, like, he's there in India, but it's bad. So they're going to come back. And then the waiter works.
What is going on in your mind at that point? I'm imagining the emotions around already in my head. What about you?
And you're thinking, no, it's so raw. I've not even processed all this. Like, it's happening too fast. Like, well, I thought he was going to India to get better.
Yeah.
And I think I cried for like 3 hours. Until now, I think I didn't have tears. So I just sat. So I asked him, so what do I do? It's like nothing. Which is great, because it's new for all of us. And this union, I know I'm a bishop. I should encourage you, but he's like my son. So we are all going through this. So he came back with the brother. I could recognize the brother at the airport. And so I'm asking, is he? And everyone is looking at me like, so I'm like, what? No, who's he? I can see the clothes, yes, because I bought the clothes when he was going. But he was so different. And I was at the airport and I sat down. Because I thought, this is not, I don't know this man. Like, he looks like somebody else. Yeah, he is somebody else. And he's struggling to walk. I can see he's trying to be strong. And I told him and by this time I had filtered everyone, like most people, because when they come, everyone is shocked and they're saying. So I called my sister and I told her, she's called Nicola, so I used to call him Nick. Nick is here and won't check up by itself. But please don't ask short. So we got home and it was bad. So I remember when visitors used to come, he used to take many clothes, put on many jackets and hats. And then we just said, you know what, I don't think we need visitors. It's all too much for her.
How was it for the baby? The girl who was able to recognize and see? Was he there in the house?
Yes, she was. She wasn't talking. She never used to talk, and they used to share a birthday. So she just kept asking when we do a birthday this year, because by then it was around November and the birthday is in December. And I didn't have an answer. Really, I didn't have an answer, but there was a day around late December. The bed became uncomfortable, so he used to sit on the sofa at the stool that the birthday meet, now the pink curtain, and used to creep off of you. So that's the only thing she used to talk about, the sofa and that lies on. So one day I was leaving the bedroom and there's that city directly opposite. The room is directly opposite that city. So I woke up and I walked and I looked at him and he was just staring at me. So I came with a small baby. We used to have a routine. She comes, we play the car a bit, then I take her away. So that day I wake up with the baby and she goes to him, but he's just staring at me. He's not blinking, with her moving. So I go and touch him. I'm like, wake up. He's not responding at all. So I'm like, oh God, I think he's locked it. So I called them. By that time, all the brothers were staying in my house. So it was a full house. I only have a sister and a brother. So their house first volunteered to me, feel like mine. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's there. So it feels like a hotel. It feels like a hospital because we're always cooking for like 15 people, plus visitors. Plus the doctor who keeps coming. So it was a hospital. It's a hotel. Basically, it's a house. I still need to be around, really. So I tell the brother, come and check on him, brother. So we come, we move him, he's not moving. So now I panic. We managed to rush into hospital. And they told us that his sugar levels are at 0. So they told us that the reason for that is that he has no kidneys. Like the mass is now has eaten, killing the kidney. So his body is now shutting down. When was this? This is now December of the same year. They've come back, there's nothing we can do, so I don't even know what we're waiting for here. So we get to hospital, and after a week, a doctor calls me, and I went, and then the brothers called a cousin of mine. She's like my sister. So they called her and told me, just go in with her. And so the doctor asks who is this? I just says my sister, and they say, okay. So I've been an oncologist. I'm an oncologist as a cancer specialist for more than 20 years. Yeah. And I remember it was on a Thursday, and he said, and the reason I've called you is as a scientist, as I've reached you, there's nothing we can. So science has failed us. But the reason I've called you is because his organs will start failing in the next 72 hours. So you need to tell us, do you want to stay in hospital or take him? So that's a decision you can make by yourself, or will consult the family. And I told him $70 so that what can record you instance that can die. He'll either die before eating or after, but maximum 72 hours. Because the reason he keeps collapsing is because he doesn't have a kidney, and the mass it's taking over the everything. So the organs will fail. So basically, what I want you to do is give us consent. If in the event the organs shut down, should we keep him on life support or just shut off the machine? I was just 28, and I'm thinking, I've not even processed all this, and now you're telling me the kids is died. I think it's so unneedy. We stayed there for a while, and then I came to realize that he knew it was that all and all were. And that's why he told the doctor to tell me, because he didn't want to tell me himself. Okay. But I wish say the inside kids. I wish we talked about it. Maybe we would have made better decision. Do you feel like you were left out? We all have, because I came to find out that everyone knew, and that's why it didn't let me go anymore. Until that was on Thursday, tell your podcast. And on Saturday, so our routine was hospital houses, their health, and then So on Saturday, particular, we went to, she was now they got oxygen, and she couldn't do on his own here. So my family is very supportive. We were all just, all of us must die. And yes, when we got there, she kept removing his mask.
She was conscious.
Yes, he was. Into the
Yeah, ship, listen. And we found the dog going to me.
he kept trying to say something, and he ran his own box. Till I have to get it so that's beaten back. But we can see he's trying to say something illegal, and none of us, we can't hear what he's saying. So my dad asked everyone to leave so I can remain with him, because he thought maybe there was something he was to show me, and everyone is there. Yes. So everyone left, and we stayed. In fact, he tried to remove it, and he just said, it's okay. And then he said, yeah, he just said, it's okay. And then the nurse came, because now the heartbeat was way too fast. The doctors came, the nurse told us, just let us attend to him. So we stepped out, and they sedated him, and I just left him. And that sister of mine, the one who was there when I was being told, I told her, I'm not coming back here again. I can't do this again. So it's either God heals him to it, or he takes it. Yeah, like I think I'm at the end of it. And people are interested, because there's one lady from church who came and said, your husband is so sick, how out you? Like, you look so pathetic. And then she said, yeah. And I said, I know. So Sunday, I said I'm not going to hospital. So I told everyone else, you go out and go home in the evening. And then at around 12, I get a call from the hospital. And they tell me, this is Teteiyan, yes, so this is hospital, we're calling you. You need to come now. They called me. He slipped into a corner. And they're the only one to criticize the consent families. Do you remember I think I said, see for if they get into one life support. So I am needed. So I asked the hospital, but the brothers are down. You can just ask the brothers if they consent, because we don't have time. Before I have small children, before I think I can't drive, how will I even drive with them? So can they sign on my behalf? They said, well, it has to be. So I called a cousin of his. I told him, let's go. He was there. It felt like he was just waiting for me to go. He came. And when he came, he said, has this ever happened before? And I thought, just drive back. Don't talk to me. So we went. He has a showroom. So we get to the showroom. He says he can't see. But it's during the day. So I thought, so this says my brother will take. When we're going, they were all just acting weird. And I'm thinking, just take me. He don't have time for all this. So we got to hospital. There was one brother who was not here. And I found him. The brother stays in Eldoret. But I found him in the hospital. So I thought, you came and you didn't come when you went. So, and I thought, maybe you thought you go to the hospital, then I'll come to my house. So I go in, I introduce myself to the nurse. And I'm like, oh, you're the wife? Okay, come with us. So they take me to our room. And they tell me, they saw it. He tried everything, but his organs failed completely. And he passed away at me. So there was no cover. There was no cover. He had actually passed away. But they didn't want to tell me on the phone. Yeah. So they took me in, and he was just there. I thought he was already cold. And it was horrible, because he was so young. And he just stand and turned it.
And
What was going on anyway, I can imagine every image of him being strong, going to work, being a dad to his children, was flashing all upon him, right? And now all of a sudden I seen someone him. I ended it up, I feel like I even blocked emotion for, because all the time he was in India, I kept telling God he was very astonished person of the time. And I kept telling God, if there's anything right he has done, he'll kick. And he still died, and I thought, what's the point of life then? If we can pray so much, if we can do good, we can give some to you, and now it happens. So, and also from death that happened before. My mom had died when we were always the same age. And so I asked God, how much is enough for what fasting mean? And so I just said, I don't know what to do for whatever life takes me. I'll just leave it. And to show Teteiyan, I mean, it's not easy, but yeah. And how is it now, going back to the babies? I know they are not in a position to understand, but isn't with 7-year-old could see his issue. Yes. She shut down completely, and I think that's why she became a bit shy there. Later I came to learn that that's how she was crying. And we never actually talked about things at all. I don't know. And that's just how it's been. Yeah. But with the second one, she's more emotional. And in fact, recently, when she joined, they moved to a new place. And where she went, people automatically assuming if you have children, you're married for some reason. And so when I was filling the forms, there's a part for father and mother. And so I just crossed it out. And the teacher asked me, why? I said, because I'm a widow. And she was like, oh, okay. That's not what I was expecting, I said. Yeah. So a few days later, she comes back home and she tells me, Mommy, everyone in school has a father. And one of the kids asked me where my dad went. What am I supposed to tell her? And I said, we told her that he died. And she said, no, I can't. How do you tell someone that your dad died? And she broke down, and then we both cried. And it's just been hard because even again Father's Day recently, she asked me, what are you going to? Who will we tell? Happy Father's Day. Yeah. And so such days you remember your boss. Okay, you live. This is the life you live every day. But on such days where you see things splashed all over, you remember what your children don't have. Yeah. But you just tell God, it's been year 1, it's been year 2, it's been year 7. And I'm still here. So lead the way. Yeah, because I do know how to do this. We can't say I've been a widow before, so I know this is what I should do. So I just take it at the other time. The most of the time I feel like I have pushed it. So most of the time I have my moments only maybe when I talk about it. Probably though I try to avoid it. So
Conversation, yeah. And the family, is it still very supportive? His family said.
I just say we have a cordial relationship and I leave it at that.
Listen, yeah, we'll continue. But thank you for being strong. I mean, I know, I can't tell you I understand. However, I know pain and grief and loss is something that you don't heal from immediately. It takes time. But I'm glad that you said that you found a way to cope and also try to process it. Yeah. I know setting it back and sending it to the back of your head is almost an immediate thought that your brain gets you to sort of help you also and protect you from breaking down everything. Though I also hope that you will also find someone to help you walk through it, because I know grief is always going to be there. But now how to heal from it is how you process it. Yeah, I can imagine there are days that will, like you said, cause you to, shoot to the roof and all emotions are worked out. However, maybe also for the girl, your daughter, to slowly try and find a way how to also process it. Yeah. Like they have. We say rebellion is part of the coping mechanism for children and adults, but I imagine they also want to say something. Maybe they don't feel like what to, but maybe an opportunity presented to them because they also get to process.
Actually, I am part of a support group.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, we took photo about, I think the oldest is like 40. Okay. Yeah, and so we encourage each other. And that has helped me because everyone comes and says, this is happening, my child is doing this, what do I do? School is like this. Because we're in the journey together, it's easier to have the hard conversation. Yeah. So I've been in the group for about 2 years. Okay. I'm of course in the group. I'm the oldest in terms of we don't share the deadline. Okay. But not necessarily the oldest. Yeah. And I think I've grown now because I'm the one I find myself encouraging now the younger leaders who are freshly gone to was freshly gone. Like, this is what you do, this is what to expect. And yeah, it's helping me in my childhood. Okay, yeah.
We're really glad to hear that as well. Yeah. So I think as you take a break, we'll move to this side. Are you ready to talk?
How do you get to speak after that?
You will get that grace. I think now we are moving to part 2 because I know we've extensively listened and heard from the Teteiyan. And so as we continue, we're going to get into part 2 so that hear Joy's side. And then at the end, we're going to have a complete now conversation with the both of them. So ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to join me for part 2 with Joy as we continue on the episode of Widowhood.